I think as Coloradans, we all know that housing costs are too high. Rent, purchase, it's getting really bad. I don't think there's any one bill that can turn that around. I'm thrilled that the legislature will be working on an interim process around using some of the federal recovery funds around transformative change in housing. But this bill also represents another change that I think can help. And I think there's probably different reasons to be excited about it. I'll share why I'm excited about it, and the sponsors will share while they're excited about it. I'm excited about it because I think it will help lead to zoning changes that encourage more housing where we need it. And we all know that price of housing is like the price of anything, is just a function of supply and demand. There's a lot of demand in Colorado because it's a great place to live. And we don't want demand to decrease. That would mean that people didn't want to live here. So demand is high because we have great culture and great outdoor areas and jobs and great friends and neighbors. So we have to do something on supply. And many towns, including Denver, have looked into ways that they can have more density and allow unattached dwelling units to be built in lots by right and waive some of the tap fees and other things that just add, tap fees alone, they often add $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 to the price of housing, which is especially big for middle and lower market housing, right? So $70,000 tap fee on a $200,000 home makes it $270,000. On $1 million home, it makes it $1,070,000. So the percentage change is a lot more on a lower value cost home, which is what we need more of, frankly. And I want to emphasize the need to reduce regulatory barriers that hinder development of affordable housing is going to be absolutely critical for our state. And as I said, no one bill will do it all. I think this bill is a solid step forward. While the evidence I've seen shows that inclusionary zoning increases rents and costs, I think that will be more than offset by the zoning changes that will come out of this bill. And our Department of Local Affairs will continue to work with local governments on all of the different options they have to provide stable, low-cost housing for working families. Communities are strongest when people who work in a community can live in a community. And that's something that sadly we have been losing in many of our communities. And you really lose the whole concept of a community when people who work there as teachers in stores, as cops, can't afford to live in a community. And I think that's a problem that we all acknowledge. We know this bill won't solve everything, but I want to thank Representative Lantin, Representative Gonzalez-Gutierrez, Senator Gonzalez, and Senator Rodriguez for taking a big step forward. And I especially want to acknowledge Robin Neach from the Denver City Council for her leadership role in helping to make this happen as well. And I'll turn it over to Representative Lantin.
Thank you so much, Governor Polis. We are very excited to be able to make this policy change to allow for inclusionary zoning to be used as a tool to help address the lack of affordable housing, especially for our workforce populations. Because it is important that if you should be able to live where you work. And so I am so excited to have this policy move forward. And thank you very much, Governor.
And Representative Gonzalez-Gutierrez.
Thank you, and I can't thank the folks that worked with us on this bill enough. This was a great collaboration. It just shows you how state and local governments can work together to accomplish these kinds of things and to just give our local governments that additional tool in their toolbox to be able to make this happen. I also want to thank our partners with CML and with Healthier Colorado, because that just also goes to show you that housing is a healthcare issue. It is a public health issue. And that's why I am incredibly proud that we are moving this forward today.
And Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Governor Polis. To everyone who has seen the devastation that gentrification can have on communities, we know that local governments have been begging us for the tools to be able to encourage more local affordable housing to be built. This bill is a tool to address affordable housing crisis, to combat gentrification. I'm proud to see it signed into law. I'm proud to see all of the people who work together, community members, grassroots organizations, local governments, and healthcare organizations to make this bill a reality today. Thank you, Governor Polis, for signing it.
And Senator Rodriguez.
Thank you, Governor. I can't echo what any of my colleagues or the governor said. There is no one simple solution for this, but this is just a tool. As all of my colleagues and co-sponsors are from Denver, and how important this topic was for us as we ran, and trying to build this and give the tools to Councilwoman Kanish and them to find solutions that will help each community what's best for their communities to get affordable housing into the cities and into our districts. Thank you, Governor, for signing the bill.
I think we can all agree that the more tools that our local governments had to be able to reduce housing costs, the better. And so this is one of those. And with that, we'll make it the law of Colorado. And it's official. Congratulations.
Thank you, Governor.
Elena, Susan,
Thank you so much.
congratulations, everybody. Thank you. We now have House Bill 21-1084, driver's licenses for foster children. Representative Exum, Representative Van Winkle, Senator Heisey, and Senator Kolker. I see Representative Exum is with us. This is a very exciting bill, and I really want to thank the sponsors to help foster youth get a driver's license. You know, it's been a long road coming to reduce bureaucratic barriers for foster youth. This bill will make sure that County Human Services gets reimbursed for the cost of sending foster youth to a driver's education. And it creates a form at the DMV for foster youth that help them get their license. This will help them get the same experience as their peers. It's also important for being able to get to work or get to school and really enjoy all of that Colorado has to offer. And with that, I'll turn it over to Representative Exum.
Thank you, Governor. This bill has been a pleasure to work with my other colleagues. Representative Van Winkle couldn't make it. I just got off the phone with him. He's got some things he's working on at home. But this is just a rite of passage, if you will, for our youth in foster care and helping them in the next step on their journey. And I also want to thank the many advocates, foster youth advocates that are with us, including CCI and the Independence Institute, for all of their help. Many of the people that came to testify were actually in the foster care system themselves. So their testimony was very, very powerful. So thank you again, Governor.
Thank you. Senator Heisey.
Thank you, Governor. This is particularly satisfying. As a county commissioner, we funded the foster care program, and we would hear from the kids themselves. We'd also hear from the foster care families that when it's time for the other kids to start getting their license, they're in that 15, 16-year range. The poor foster care kids just kind of had to step back into the shadows. They didn't have anything to talk about. So this really helps them, starting with their social skills and being included. It's not just about when they turn 18 and are out of the foster care system, but it's part of their development. So it was a real honor and a pleasure to be on this bill.
Great. Senator Kolker.
I don't have much to say except thank you for having me help you on the bill, and thank you, Governor, for signing it. That's all.
Well, thank you. With that, we will make it the law of Colorado. And it's now officially the law of the great state of Colorado. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go. Representative, and we will get this one over to Kevin.
Okay.
Thank you.